Hi there, this is Solitaire Ronan from Solitaire Ronan Films, and welcome to another collection video, but it's a bit of a silly collection video. It's my very small Funko Pops collection, which is very small, but I think you can probably tell a lot about me when I show you what Funko Pops I actually have. I don't have that many film related ones. I don't collect them, I just pick up ones that take my fancy, and controversially I don't keep them in their numbered boxes. I take them out so I can play with them like any sensible person would do. We'll start with music. So I have... Sorry, they're falling on the floor now. That's maybe why I should keep them in boxes. I have Stuart Copeland from The Police with his little drum kit. And it's even got a little symbol. I love The Police. I think they're one of the most underrated British bands of all time. But I'm not a huge fan of Sting or Andy Summer, but I do really like Stuart Copeland, one of the best drummers of all time, and that's why I have his Funko Pop. Next is arguably my favourite band of all time, which is Metallica. So we have James Hetfield on rhythm guitar and vocals. We have Kirk Hammett on lead guitar. We have Robert Trujillo on bass, who is now the longest serving bass player in Metallica. And Lars Ulrich on drums and sometimes trash cans. I mean, it'd be really cool if they did release a Funko Pop of Cliff Burton, who sadly died in when he was only 27 in like 1987. The original bass player, that would be nice, and even Jason Newsted, the replacement for Cliff Burton before they got Robert Trujillo. That would be nice. And I also have Lady Justice from the cover of And Justice for All, which is arguably my favourite Metallica album. And then if you've got Metallica, you might as well have Slayer. So that's Tom Araya, bass and lead vocals. Kerry King, lead guitar with his big tattoo. And Jeff Hanneman, lead guitar, who is sadly no longer with us. And even sadder, for probably contractual reasons and ego reasons, they haven't released a Dave Lombardo drummer Funko Pop, even though when you think of Slayer you think of Dave Lombardo on drums. Yes, they've had Paul Bostaph on a couple of albums, actually about 4 albums, but Dave Lombardo is the drummer of Slayer when you think about Slayer. but it's just a shame they haven't released that. Hopefully one day they'll actually release that. So next in music is the first 4 Eddies. For those of you who don't know, Eddie is the mascot of Iron Maiden. So we have Eddie from their self-titled debut called Iron Maiden, strangely enough. And then we have Eddie from Killers with his little axe. And obviously one of the single covers back in the day was Eddie killing Margaret Thatcher. Third, from their third album, strangely enough, is Eddie from Number of the Beast, which comes with a little devil that Eddie can pull the strings of, which is very nice. And then the fourth one is Eddie from Peace of Mind in his little designer straitjacket. I mean, hopefully they do every Iron Maiden cover with every Eddie. I would really like the Power Slave one with Eddie as a pharaoh. I don't know how they're going to do Seventh Son of a Seventh Son with Eddie just as a torso pulling out a fetus. Not sure how they're going to do that one. So that's my very small music Funko Pop collection. We'll move on to the only sports one I have. That's Derek Carr, quarterback of the Los Angeles, Oakland, now Las Vegas Raiders, who are my favourite team. Don't know how long he's going to be the quarterback. This might be the last year to finally get rid of him. Next is 2 video game characters from 2 of my favourite games of all time. First is Emily Kaldwin from Dishonored 2, the Dishonored universe. And from in the discussion, one of my favourite video games of all time. Video games obviously now are almost like films. It's Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, which is just an amazing game. If you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, buy a PlayStation and then buy Horizon Zero Dawn. It's amazing. You can go to a world where you're important. And next is my very small film collection of Funko Pops. But again, they probably tell their own tale. So first up is Quint from Jaws. I do not have Bruce the Shark, which you can get, and I don't have Matt Hooper or Chief Brody, but I do have Quint. And I have John McClane from a little film you might have heard of called Die Hard. And you can't have John McClane without Hans Gruber, which is a fitting tribute to Alan Rickman. So the 2 of them stare at each other on a shelf. Next, again, you can probably tell a lot about me by these ones. This is Bad Leland Palmer from Twin Peaks. You can get Agent Cooper, you can get the Log Lady, but I have Bad Leland Palmer. That tells a lot about me. And I also have Bob. Apologies if this terrifies you, because it's Bob. Yes, I have Bad Leland Palmer and Bob, or Possessed Leland Palmer. And if you've never seen Twin Peaks, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But then the pièce de résistance. Probably my favourite 2 Funko Pops in the entire world. You can have a quick guess who they are. 3, 2, 1. Too late. It's Clytus. And if I have Clytus, then I also have Ming. I have Ming the Merciless. One of Max von Sydow's finest performances. And the reason that I don't have them in boxes, it's because they can have conversations. So you can have Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today? An obscure planet in the SK system, Your Majesty. Inhabitants refer to the planet Earth. How peaceful it looks. Ha ha! Most effective, Majesty. And tell me, will you destroy this Earth? Later. I like to play with things a while, before annihilation. You see? You can't do that if they're in boxes. So on that bombshell, thanks very much for watching this very silly video about my Funko Pop collection. This is Solitary Ronin Films from Solitary Ronin. No, I'm Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films. The power of being the Emperor of the Universe got to my head there. Farewell.